All right, this is a deck list that I shamelessly stole off the internet. I have no strong attachments to any of the cards in it. Looks like it's got a pretty good proactive game plan with a touch of disruption though, and I think this is likely the style of deck you want to be playing in Historic. It's a deck that like has decent proactive cards, so you can just run people down in certain situations, but then it also has little bits of interaction that help you be interactive when being interactive is good. So let's go ahead and dive on into some games with this and see how blue-red Prowess feels in this format. Seems great. It's beautiful. It's full art. We have no borders on our cards. I'm gonna save the op for after the perfect pet. Yeah, I agree. Fast lands and pathways are such a phenomenal addition to this format. Really, really love them. Am I lighting up a stage this turn? I think so. I think that's better than getting Scary Terry going. Light 'em up. We're on fire. Oh ho 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 do 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 do. Yeah, that tactile feedback, chat. Ooh, that exiles the cat, chat. Spikefield Hazard has that magma spray text on it. There's definitely a Brazen Borrower out matchup. Play an Aether Gust matchup too. What are my cuts? I feel like Soul-Scar Mage is gonna have a hard time attacking on the ground, so maybe we get rid of that. They probably don't have a lot of creatures that I want to unsummon. Let's try this. This might be, I'm boarding down to 12 creatures, which might be a little low. This might be too few threats. I'm keeping the 3 lands here. Gosh, the Borderless Canal is so gorgeous. I really wish, one thing that I've gotten used to in Mythgard and Legends of Runeterra that I really wish Arena did was I really wish you could like click on a card and pull up a full screen artwork of the card, because so much of the Magic artwork is so good. It's really sad that you can only see it on like this little tiny thing. Right. Stormwing Entity is a 3-drop for us, so that's nice. Opponent playing around Magma Spray here, which is very smart. Anamorphose, get out of here. Right clicking on the card. This is very, very far from a full screen artwork. This is still a very tiny picture by comparison. Also, another thing I wish Arena would learn from every other digital card game almost is when you zoom in on a card like this, it should go in the center of the screen. The fact that it's off to the left is super annoying. $40 Deuce, thanks to the 18 months. Welcome back. Looking for more threats here. Or a cage. So I think we... Well, they definitely have Collected Company. We're gonna do these things pre-combat here. Get the Prowess triggers on my Stormwing. Yeah, all of the sweet Time Spiral cards you're seeing various places, they're not available to us as Arena players. They are a Paper Boomer product. This turn was certainly lit AF, I believe the kids would say. Excuse me? Certainly not what I was expecting. Need a dog to protect the cat, something. And again, here just kind of seeing why it's so difficult for aggressive decks to race these cat oven decks. Just like them sitting here looping Cauldron Familiar while also pressuring our life total means it's very, very hard for us to make headway. Am I trying to kill them this turn, or are we playing defense? So this is 4. They can gain 4 here, right? They can loop it and then sack a food. They can gain 6 technically, right? God, that's gross. I think I actually have to play defense, right? I don't think we can win, right? I'm gonna concede. So like, I could like try and kill the Nightpack Ambusher, but then they sack it to the Witch's Oven to gain food, and then we just die to them looping the cat. So there's nothing we can do there. The cat oven decks are basically on a different, like, the opponent's deck's not playing Claim the Firstborn, so it's not like quite as good as like the Mayhem Devil versions, but like still pretty exceptional against anything trying to be aggressive. So Demonic Tutor and Swords to Plowshares are not Time Spiral. Those are cards that are coming in part of the Strixhaven school as special extras inside of booster packs. And I don't blame you for being confused. Magic pushes out a lot of products in a short period of time. Yeah, that's the arcane spellbook from Strixhaven. You know, I think this is the play. They aren't bringing all of the archive cards to Historic because they think some of them should not be included for power level reasons. They think some of the cards are too strong. And remember, the same team of people that think that's going to be deciding which cards are too strong also put Muxus into Historic, so you know. And Phyrexian Tower. Yeah, they put Muxus and Phyrexian Tower into Historic. But they did at least have the foresight to keep Flametongue Kavu out. They did at least save us from the terror that would have been Flametongue Kavu in Historic. So we gotta give them some credit. Alright, I think this is just instancers? No, this is non-creature. Sick. Alright, so let's Abrade this. And then I want to Abrade this first because they're going to draw with Trail of Crumbs. And then once they pick their card with Trail of Crumbs, we'll Grafdigger's Cage. It's like they could take like a... You know, they're actually probably not playing Collected Company. I think we're still happy to play this out here because of like oven possibilities, but they're actually probably not on Company. Seeing Trail of Crumbs and Nightpack Ambusher. So they get to exile this, but I get to opt, so that's nice. We just smack our opponent down to 5 here. They get to life gain back up to 8 next turn off of a food. If they have an untapped land, they could go to 11. But them spending their turns just sacrificing food for life is them treading water, which is good for us. Brutal. Not by that much. Yeah, definitely not a Collected Company deck, huh? If Flametongue Kavu were indestructible and also green. Asking the real questions. I'm gonna kill this in response before we take damage. That way if they want to eat their dog, they have to do it before I take 6. Yeah, I think they're low enough. There's a good chance they want to eat their dog in response. Nice pickup. Open to fade second Wicked Wolf here. Well, I mean, that's technically not Wicked Wolf, I guess. Ugh. I don't think we can win anymore. I think we're dead. Opponent's actually playing like Wolf Tribal. There's like all the dogs. Kind of sweet. Oh, is Pillar of Flame legal in this format? Was that, It is, isn't it? Yeah, we are totally gonna swap those Magma Sprays to Pillar of Flame. This is an A+ suggestion. Oh, mercy. All right, let's get some Pillar of Flames in our deck, huh? Why change Magma Spray for Pillar of Flame? Because Pillar of Flame hits my opponent's face. And I'm an aggro deck. Our deck's basically a glorified burn deck, chat. This card hits your opponent's dome. That takes me back. People asking why you play Pillar of Flame over Magma Spray takes me back to like Modern 6 years ago. People never understood. So like, I already have the other pathway artwork, right? So I just like don't need these. Yeah, that's no joke. I've been answering that question since Moto V2. Nah, you needed Pillar of Flame to answer Kitchen Finks. Kitchen Finks was a playable Modern card at one point. Sit down and listen, kids. Back in my day, we used to walk uphill in the snow to the Modern tournament, and you had to Pillar of Flame the Kitchen Finks before the Malira pod deck combo killed you. And the Tron players didn't have an artifact toolbox deck, and we still hated them anyways. We drove 12 hours to PTQs, and we played for booster boxes in the top 8. None of this fancy 2K and 5K cash stuff. You played for the glory. Kiki Pod. I actually never played Kiki Pod. When Birthing Pod was legal, I was spending an unhealthy amount of time registering Delver of Secrets in Modern. Spell Stutter Sprites and Delver of Secrets, chat. They were my bread and butter for a long time. I feel like we're super dead. I'm not sure how our deck ever beats a black-red interactive deck. Our threat density is so light. Should our lightning strikes just be Bonecrusher Giants? That's probably the case, right? Our lightning strike should be Bonecrusher Giants. I don't play Magic the Gathering formats where Teferi Time Raveler is legal. Because I play Magic to play Magic. If I want to play Hearthstone, I'll go play Hearthstone. Aether Gust sounds good. A couple of Spell Pierces are probably fine. They have adventure creatures. They had a 4-mana Planeswalker. I can see registering more Pierce. Shock doesn't seem amazing. I have a good feeling this deck that we're playing right now is going to be a dumpster fire in this session, because this deck is doing a lot of things that I like to do, and all of the things that I like to do seem to be bad in Historic, generally speaking. This hand is more likely to draw a second land than we are to win mulliganing to 5 against the Thoughtseize deck, so I'm going to keep. Alright, I want to put some adventure creatures in our deck to increase our density of good cards. Nah, not your fault, Desert Fox. Good games. Good luck with the rest of your laddering. When in doubt, add more Eldraine cards to your deck, chat. It's a strong play. So, the flexibility on Unsummon versus Brazen Borrower is also nice because, Unsummon lets you, pick your creatures back up in response to removal spells. I guess Brazen Borrower is just another threat on its own. So, the reason why I played an untapped land here as opposed to the tapped Steam Vents is, one, I would assume that my opponent's not going to be pressuring our life total based on their start, and if they played Cry of the Canarium on 2, I wanted to be able to trigger Prowess. I was working on building a control deck, and I had 26 lands, and I felt Jeff's spirit animal calling to me, so I added another utility land. God bless. Now do it again. This is Magic in 2021. Your control deck should have 28 or more lands in them. Seriously, there are so many good utility lands in these formats. Utility lands, spell lands, get to 28. Mid-range decks, I think, should have 25 to 27. Control decks should probably have 28 to 30. That's an Niv-Mizzet. Yikes. YOLO. Listen, chat. I don't know that what we're doing here is a good plan, but it's a plan. It's all I've got. The Solar Blaze does not kill my Soul-Scar Mage. And they're gonna Maelstrom pull Stormwing here. Scary Terry isn't quite ready to evolve yet, unfortunately. Gosh, we would have killed them if they would have Solar Blazed us. So close. Gaining life is cheating. I agree. God, they're so close to dead. We have 5, 7. They're at 8. Got me. Are they dead? I think they've died. Nailed it.
Is an opportunity for new data.
Yeah, chat. See, bouncing their Mull Drifter was the play. If you don't understand what a Mull Drifter is, that's okay. The Magic Boomers will appreciate the reference. Previously banned standard card Ramunap Ruins, closing it out here. No, you gotta kill him with the previously banned card. Come on now. Put in four counter spells here. Is this a Spell Pierce matchup? This might be a Spell Pierce matchup, huh? It doesn't counter Niv. They've got a lot of other spells. It's like a 2 Spell Pierce matchup. Easy mulligan here with no threat. It's fine. Hey, twin to win. Thank you for the 29 months. I appreciate that. Welcome back. For poor Splinter Twin. Poor Splinter Twin. Secret layer codes. Thanks for sharing some goodies, Dr. Brouhaha. Howdy, crazy. Unlike Thantos, Twin did nothing wrong. Okay, what if I, like, Brazen Borrower bounce and then play Stormwing Entity? Think I'm into it. Clary on my wayward son, there'll be peace when you are gone. Lay your weary head to rest, don't you cry no more. Just play a spell like an Aether Gust opponent. Thanks. You're not a Sprite Dragon. You're a perfect pet. Don't lie to me, Magic Arena. Don't lie about the perfection that is Sprite Dragon. Oh no, I just called him by the wrong name, chat. I love you, perfect pet. Don't hate me, Arena has me all confused. It's not my fault. That's fine, right? Dunk, dunk. Bonk, bonk, dunk, dunk. Bing bong, bing bonk. I think I know the answer to this question, but in the event there is a state of the game update today, does it usually post at a certain time, or is it just like whenever the dart lands on the board? Anybody know? After lunch? Usually around 3 or 4 CST. Wow, that's late. There's a reason I think there'll be a state of the game update today. Yeah, it's the last weekday in February. And there hasn't been a state of the game update for this month. Claim the firstborn, attack you for 1, sacrifice your creature to village rights. I've never been so excited to just see a fatal push in my life, chat. I think I greed and try and hit the blue source here. Nailed it. Yeah, claim this one. This is my adopted child who I love very much, but you cannot claim them because they were not my firstborn. I think we're bottoming that, keeping the borrower. I need some delve creatures in this format so I can kill people with like Gurmag Anglers and Tassigars that can't be claimed. That's what I need in my life. Can we get like, can I get a timeline on Khans remastered? That would be great if we could get that. Khans of Charkir remastered, please. That's what I need in my historic life. Can't fatal push this one either, can you, opponent? Get out of here. Oh yeah, Mantis Rider? Love me some Mantis Rider. Am I in for a 4th land? I think I am. With all of these in my hand, I think I'm out for Pteramander. They will not put fetch lands into Historic, chat. Cards that are banned in Pioneer will not be in remaster sets. Just like we saw in Kaladesh Remastered, they didn't include Walking Ballista or the other card, Smuggling Scopter. Looter Scooter, yeah. Those cards just won't be included in the format. They dead to double stomp next turn. They are actually. JK, we're gonna die to double Spark Harvest. Just kidding. Mana War. Mana War. I need to know. How does it feel to be completely and utterly outclassed by Brazen Borrower? Your sexier little brother. My body is ready for whatever the historic version of Ascendancy combo is. Oh, yeah. Love me some JAC. Stop it, bad opponent. Brazen Borrower blocks things that you care about, chat. Battle of Wits better be in a historic anthology this year, or my disappointment will be immense. The fact that I took a 4-month break and we still don't have Battle of Wits is real sad. Yori in Battle of Wits. It's a free roll. Did you finally draw village rights? You did not. God bless. The world is a stage, chat, and we are its players. 5,000 bits puts the deck into the queue. There is an upcharge on bits when you buy them as well. You can also donate directly via PayPal for $50. I believe that ends up being a little bit less on your end. Doesn't come with the fun chat emotes and badges, but it's a little bit cheaper for you. Well, at least we're not going to take the hit from the Bonecrusher Giant since they're going to sacrifice it to village rights. Oh, no. Wow, that's rude. Good golly. This is so much worse for us than village rights. At least with village rights, they could have drawn bricks. Yikes. This is on an adventure. Look, no numbers. I know it's hard to tell. This is exiled to, what's it called? And the glowy here means it's on an adventure. The interface isn't super clear if you're not used to Arena. Wow, they just played Spikefield Cave while I have Borrower on an adventure. That's definitely a decision. And this is actually why I waited to play the Spikefield Hazard, because if I drew a shock, I wanted to be able to kill their Arcanist here. Oh, that's why they played it. Got it. Everything makes sense.
But it amuses me.
I understand now. Have we died? I think we've died. Peer into the abyss, underworld dreams. Yeah, I definitely can. Do you have a particular day you would like to see that played on next week, Lur, or just as soon as possible? Let me know. As soon as we get to it. Sweet. It'll be up on Monday then. Yeah, they can stomp with the Bonecrusher Giant, chat. Yeah, their deck usually doesn't gain life, so like maybe we can get it there with Runner Burn. Very, very likely dead from this position. This card really should have been flipped around. The 7 cost side should have been the front side. Ectom's Awakening. Yep. Wait, this means they can't... Did they just expose themselves to dying to a burn spell? If they don't have a land here, they're dead to a burn spell now, right? Unless this kills a Brazen Borrower. This could be another Spikefield Hazard, I guess. There's no justice in the world, chat. There's no justice in the world. Opponent's just like in an unlosable position and decides to give me a bunch of draws to kill them. Yeah, I understand the flavor reasons why Tybalt's the back. It's definitely more flavorful for Tybalt to be the back. It's an Aether Gust matchup. I feel like it's not. Tybalt being the front side would make it slightly easier to cheat into play. No. You do realize they literally changed the rules of Magic because it was so easy to cheat him on the backside into play, right? Like, had Tybalt been the front, yeah, but like Sultai Ultimatum hits it now already, and Genesis Ultimatum cheating a 7-mana spell out like isn't really cheating. That's also high variance. I don't know. There's ways to abuse it to work with the rules either way, but I think there's fewer if it's flipped around. Need one more cut here, huh? I don't think it's a threat. It's probably a strike. I don't see how Tybalt in the front can be abused. You can play him as the Valky side, and then you can play him as the Valky side, and then flip him over, and blink him, and comes back into the front side would be the way they abuse him. And then we're just dead, right? Like, they get to Blood Chief's Thirst, our thing, and we just can't win anymore. Need this to be an untapped red source. Alright, we're gonna play 1 or 2 more matches with this, not against Claim the Firstborn decks, though. We slide along to some standard. We're gonna play some Runestorm in standard today. There's been a little bit more tryharding going on the ladder today, probably because of the ladder season ending, I imagine. Looking forward to Monday when things reset and people aren't trying to lock up their, like I imagine this person's trying to lock up their top 1200 spot. If they're playing the enchantments deck, we'll play. If they're playing a red-black deck, I'm going to concede and find a different match. Because we are not trying to find a top 1200 spot. Alright, sweet. Looks like enchantments. Uh-oh, are we gonna get caught with our hand in the cookie jar? Never. Nailed it. Brazen Borrower, worth its weight in gold here. Our various shocks and stuff good against what they can play on this turn as well. Okay. I'm pretty sure even if we draw a land here, I'm just supposed to keep holding stuff up, right? I just want to, like, kill their creatures in response to stuff. While we slowly beat them down. If they don't give us something to kill, we flash in Brazen Borrower. They just, like, draw Luris here, we flash this in. Bone Daddy looking real good here. If they have Blessing here, we could get punished for playing the Brazen Borrower out like we did. They do not. Alright, so they're dead. Good chat. Cheerio. Ooh. This is a sweet, sweet flexible card in the archetype. They're still dead though, right? Crunch, crunch. I think this is an all Doomblades on deck matchup. Close though, I don't really know what we want to cut. The instant speeds are probably a bit better than not. Maybe I don't want Pillar. Trim a couple of ops. there. We have a very small window in which we can kill their things with burn spells. We want a lot of them so we can have them at the first opportunity every time we possibly can. This hand with the tapped lands might not be keepable. After that game one, they're really unlikely to run out a 2 toughness thing without protection for a whole turn, but they don't have that much protection. Like, some of these decks have blessings in them, but that's only 4 cards. We're gonna get 2v2 Lavender Terra. That's sweet to see. I think that was a natural expectation after their last thing. It's good to see them expanding into more game modes. Oh, yeah, well, I mean, getting value out of it. That's exactly what happened in the last game. They got value out of it too, but, like, their deck just, like, doesn't have enough threats to consistently do that. Huh? So, this lives through the turn, but it dies at the start of our next turn. I'm gonna free block though, so I save a point of damage. Pretty sure we need to light up the stage here. Wow, do they not have anything to pair with that? That's so good for us. Okay, so I get to Dorat, attack, hit them for 1, light up the stage, and then play Stormwing Entity. Do we keep both of those? Huh? Is it crazy to bottom these looking for spells? I feel like it's not. I feel like I just want spells and haste creatures at this point. See if we see them deadweight here, or if they like cartouche up a Hateful Eidolon. That makes sense. Deadweighting the Stormwing means I can't block their Eidolons in combat here. Alright, we have draws to kill them. Is that one of them? I think so. With the help of our Ramunap Ruins. So 6, 11, 13, they're exactly dead. So we won the matchup 2-0. The deck won the matchup 2-0. Our opponent is very clearly playing to lock up their top 1200 spot though. They're rank 600. So I'm gonna concede the match to them because I don't need the rank. We had 11 in the air there, +2 on the ground. So they were dead. Chaz B, thanks for the follow. Welcome to the channel. As someone who's done the anxious laddering the last couple of days, hoping to lock a ladder spot in various card games, it's very, very nerve-wracking and annoying at times. So if I can throw people bones, I like to. Yeah. Jeff, you're taking away ladder spots from everybody else that you're not conceding to. Stop it. Get some help. How far back do we need to go to get Swift Spear? That's a cons block card, right? I think that's a cons block card. Someone correct me if I'm wrong. Is that Dragons of Tarkir? Am I remembering that correctly? Is it dragons or is it just cons? I forget. I'm pretty sure it's that block though. And then hopefully the first Stormwing here is gonna scry us into some more spells to play the other Stormwings. I think I'm double bottoming here. Well, if we can dodge another Anger, we could probably smoke them in the air with these Stormwings. It seemed like they were auto-passing there until we cast a spell. Once Kaya's sleeves are pretty sweet. It honestly could have been right to keep the Unsummon, just to be able to pick my threat back up in response to a removal spell. Nova Scotia had rising numbers of new cases, had 8 new ones yesterday, so we're tightening our restrictions again. Fuck, what is it like to live in a real country? I'm not jealous, you're jealous. Do I want the haste dork here? The Glory Banger's not untapping. I think I just want spells. It'd be right to keep the perfect pet, though. Yeah, Stormwing as a card is very good. That's probably the game. I don't think we recover from here. I guess we could find, like, some burn spells. Well, this would have been the perfect draw. Good, but negate? Negate me. Oh, yeah. So what's the out here? It's like, draw 2 into some burn. Oh, blue-red control deck is pretty sweet. Make the Glory Banger exert itself for a turn to kill this. That's such a sweet card. I should brew some Glory Banger decks. I miss playing Big Dragon. Big Dargon. Alright, so Dispute and Spell Pierce are great. Shock, Unsummon, Lightning Strikeout. Do I want Aether Gust? I guess they have Dargans. It tags Anger of the Gods too for a turn. That's true. We could play 8 for Flying Haste Dragons. Could be very, very reasonable. Could play 12 with Skargan Hellkite. Hellkite is not quite. He's a cut below the other two. He was fine in standard, but he's not as good as the ones we've got. Let me have this. No, you don't understand, Jeff. I need it. Let me fulfill my needs. Dave, if I'm being honest, Space Martian, they've both been pretty I don't know. I think I've actually liked the Jund deck better than this one so far. If I'm being honest. Opponent, there's a Bonecrusher Giant right here. It's right here. It's on an adventure. They were missing a land drop anyways. So they probably just did Magic the Gathering. Now we have to try and beat the Anger of the Gods deck on the draw, which I assume is going to be impossible, but we'll see. We'll see. Maybe we'll play Go Fish and they won't have it. But I would venture to guess this is going to be terribly difficult on the draw for us. Okay, this is like pretty okay. We get to play this on one. And then, like, if I live in a world where this doesn't get stepped on, like, maybe we have a chance. So we can't hold up a counterspell for the Anger next turn. Or Ionize. Okay, Ionize here means we're not getting Angered next turn, so that's nice. Hello, oldest son. Well.
Daddy,
Hey, Jacob.
you Podo with two. You never play Podo in Minecraft Dungeon?
Mm-hmm.
That take two the Never in Minecraft Dungeon.
Ooh, the Never. We'll have to try and get there ourselves.
Later, it always covered in the Never. Well, I pick every
That's pretty cool. We can try and get there later if you want.
I don't make a bar card. Not kill your round boss. In my credit.
I think I'm stopping their face proactively here. I think we need to close this game out. It's good. Could definitely get negated. We still get the counter, though. So they're playing Spell Pierce. Okay. Sure. Something was getting pierced at some point. Yeah! Get exerted! Get exerted! You can't kill the perfect pet! It's a dragon! Roar! Roar! Someone didn't play Glorybringer Mirrors during that standard format, chat. You only ever need to try and Glorybringer your opponent's Glorybringer one time. Jacob, I love you, but you can't make noises like that while I'm live, okay? So... I guess we'll do this. I guess I'm piercing this because I can, and then it gets Glory Bangered, and then we can Scary Terry and fart it the following turn. Pteramander, only a Drake, not a dragon. Yeah, the short pause there on the checking creature types. The wettest of farts, please. Scary Terry, don't mess around, shit. Scary Terry's coming for you. Crunch. And now they have to play defense with this Glorybringer. Otherwise, they die to an attack plus this. Yeah, that's fine. Brazen Borrower is lethal. Aether Gust is lethal. I think we're just digging for bird spells here. I've got 2 Ramunap Ruins. I think I boarded out a lot of my bird spells, actually, right? So they need something other than this dragon. If they play the dragon, they're dead to the runes in play, because we can attack with both. They jump block, they take 3, and they die to this. Norway Stavager, thank you for the follow. Welcome to the channel. Going out with a bang. Glory Banger going out the way it likes. Banging around. That close set. Opponent's deck seems sweet. Yeah, Pteramander looking impressive, right? Like pumping up to a 5/5. The 1-drop threats that scale up are really excellent. I really want to try. I need to build mono blue at some point. I think mono blue with Pteramander and the new snow figure of Destiny sounds great. Just having like 8 1-drops that scale up sounds quite phenomenal. You've been grinding with it. Are you playing the snow 1-drop afterthought or no? I was really hoping to draw a 3rd land here so I could use this as a spell. But I think I gotta play this tapped here as opposed to killing the elf now. Going on, relocate. Feels like we're gonna end up being too slow here on the draw. Opponent's going wide pretty quickly here. Will definitely be an all Doomblades on deck matchup. Find a land here. Wheel and a finger on the monkey paw curls. Damn it, deck. We're not gonna bottom it, but I'm not happy about it. Monkey Paw has to have like 100 fingers at this point. You're not wrong, Dark Owl. Specificity is important when making wishes. Animal Farm. Howdy, howdy, and welcome to the channel this afternoon. It's just a middle figure that can't... the middle finger just keeps popping back up on it. Is what's actually happening. Yeah, that's definitely accurate. Alright, so I don't want unsummons. I just want all of my actual removal. I think we probably trim the ops Just keep more cards that play to the board. Yeah, with the opponent emoted elf, I was like, yes, you are playing an elf deck. I didn't know that was an emote. Good afternoon, corn nuts. Just looked us dead in the eye and was like, elf, it's what we're doing. I'm gonna step on whatever they play on one here. Especially that one. It's got reach, chat. It's like cheating. Well, I mean, I live to make people live out their dreams, guards, so I wouldn't want you to not live out your dreams. I'm a giver, chat. What can I say? Read. Unfortunately, have to pillar the War Master, which means I can't attack with Scary Terry this turn. We can attack with these two Dorkos at least. Mythgard released more cards. I don't think so yet. Last I checked, we only had 3. I don't know if one went up today. They announced on their Discord server that the last 3 would be spaced out a little bit more, Ewok. Visionary. Vision is scary. Start a revolution. Polluting the game board. Whoa, you attacked? This is all that was holding Scary Terry at bay, opponent. Scary Terry doesn't get the respect he deserves. Am I going full Runeterra next week? I am not. I'm planning to do a couple hours of Runeterra Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday at the end of my stream, and then how much I do the following week will depend on what the results of the sub-survey are. The long and short of it is, even if Runeterra's new format is good, Magic's formats are also good right now, and Magic content's just a lot more popular. So I don't plan to drop Runeterra stuff altogether, but the volume of it is going to be pretty reduced regardless. I gotta spend some time building back up the metrics I lost when we took the Magic break. It's a good time to do that with at least like 2.5 formats worth playing. I give Pioneer like a 0.5 format worth playing because we have to play it on Moto. We just kill their stuff every turn possible here, especially their reach Dorko. Sheeper Sanctuary. Yikes. Well, it's a good thing. It's a good thing the face is the place, chat. Awkward that I don't have any. I don't have a third land, and I don't have 1 mana spells for these. This is awkward. Happy Friday, John. Thanks for the sub gift. Yeah, it's tough. Like, this morning, it's hard with how not even like, all quality of the software aside and graphics and appearance and that, the rate of play is just so slow. think I'm supposed to play that tapped. That could honestly go either way, though. Because, like, if I draw untapped red next turn, I could play this with this and, like, trigger this and get one of these. So I'm actually dead. I'm actually dead to them drawing an untapped land next turn. Because untapped land means they can activate Allosaurus Rider. Survey says. Am I dead yet? MTGO issue the clock or the engine? It's both. The clock on Moto is too long, and the inactivity timer is too long, but also like the lack of an auto tapper and the way it rigidly handles priority makes games go a lot slower. This deck was pretty unimpressive. We won games against other decks that were bruised in Historic, but like the couple of like Claim the Firstborn decks we ran into, we kind of got dumpstered and it didn't feel close. So I feel like this is probably another one of the many we like slot into. If you dodge the good decks and you really like this style of deck, it's probably fine to play and you can do well. But like, if you told me I was going to queue up into a bunch of red-black Pyromancer and Jund Sacrifice, I don't think you would win many matches with this archetype. So if you're not like in love with doing prowess things, I don't think this is one that I would recommend to people for Historic so far. At least not in its current state. Maybe, and I'm like, people have talked about like Monastery Swiftspear during that set as a card that we'll get eventually into this format, and I honestly don't even know that like that solves the problems that you have. Like, that's just another cheap threat that gets grabbed and stuffed in an oven and Village Rites and Dreadhorde Arcanus outvalues you. And I think this style of low threat, low output damage deck just doesn't race those decks consistently. You can dodge a claim, you can dodge a ball. Yeah, and I mean, like I said, I think if you like love playing like this style of lowish to the ground prowess deck, I think if you dodge the Claim the Firstborn decks, like we played some good games of Magic in there, had some interesting decisions and some close races. So like if you're into that, it's fine. But yeah, like there's the overall power level compared to like the top decks in the format just didn't quite feel there to me. You're not wrong that this deck would love Lightning Bolt. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like if you put Arcanist in this deck, you kind of end up being a different deck than what this is doing. Like, there's almost assuredly a Swiftspear Arcanist deck in this format, but that's more of a burn deck and less of a bounce your things, play Stormwing Entity deck. I think that just kind of ends up being fundamentally a little bit different than what we have going on here. All right, we are going to